Again, it's trying to share as much experiences as you can. When you play in foreign conditions, it's very important as an experienced player, as a senior player in the team, to share all the knowledge that you possibly can. And in this situation, we all have a desire to do well for West Indies, and it's very important as a cricketer, especially as a batter, to come into these conditions and perform well. So all the little learnings that I would have gained from my previous trip, it's about having those conversations with the remaining batters and trying to get the best out of each and every one of us.
Trying to understand your question. The idea of West Indies. I think the idea of West Indies brings the most, probably in history, the most successful brand in cricket. That is what the idea of West Indies represents. I've said it before. When we dominated, everybody wanted West Indies to quit now, but the idea of West Indies will never be one that is of failure, because I understand the history we bring to this game. I understand what it takes to be a successful brand, and that is what this generation, I'm pretty sure West Indies cricket West Indies, that is what they're trying to bring back. And yes, we have some challenges in doing that, whether it be financial, whether it be some of the things that we've spoken about. But the idea of West Indies is never one that's failing. It is one that brings great history and legacy, and I'm pretty sure West Indies has inspired so many people from Bangladesh and want them to play the game. And we'll continue to do that. But I'll never see the brand that West Indies is as one that's a failing one in my head. We don't do that. The captain has not seen the wicket, but I have. I'm not sure if we could replicate. We've never seen anything like that before. But I think we all know the challenge the subcontinent brings, especially to our batters. I think coming from India is something that is of advantage for the guys who have, gotten used to such or the closest conditions you'll get. But at the end of the day, like the captain said, it's the experience, the knowledge, the application of oneself at the crease, and understanding what is required, assessing the conditions very quickly. And some of the guys, it's probably foreign to them, but the learning would have to be done whilst you play. So you assess the conditions and you decide what is required in order for you to be successful. And like I said earlier, it's going to be a challenge here at home in Bangladesh from what I have seen, but one challenge that I think my team is much prepared for, because most of my batters are coming from India. Transferring here to Bangladesh.
One thing that I always say when we speak about cricket is always the better team on the day wins. So regardless of previous, results, whether it's long time ago or just in the recent past, it's still important to play the cricket on the day. We understand that Bangladesh is a very, very powerful team, especially in their own conditions. They'll be familiar with what they have up there. So West Indies coming here in these foreign conditions, we understand the challenge, one. And then we see what they've done in the recent past. So that could also be a motivation for the Bangladesh team. So we're definitely not going to be taking that lightly. So yeah, it's very important for us to understand what's happened in the past, but still, cricket plays on the day and the better team must win.
When you have your under-19 program, and back then I think it just came from the under-19s, and to see the progression, that's what you want as a nation. That's why you have under 15, under 19 programs, 18s academies, for your players could, make that transition. And I think we had that conversation when they were in the Caribbean back in December. Really proud of him. During that period, I think Miraj, Drew Bro, a couple of the players came through the system. I still see Sumoya there. But it's always good when you could have your players that you've invested in at an early age making that transition into the senior team and performing. So yeah, I'm really proud of what he's been able to do.
All right, 2 more questions, one here, and I'll close it.
Darren, that's one question to Darren.
I mean, they're at home, they're in their conditions, they know very well, and like myself and the captain have said, we cannot take Bangladesh lightly. You know, they are very, very powerful team in their home conditions, and we got to come out and play exceptionally well in order to win there, to beat them. All of our players, probably except Rutherford, Shepard and Shuma. They were in the academy in Chennai, massive. You know, we really got to commend West Indies in the steps they're taking in preparing us for series. So those who were not in the test matches, Kesikati, Akim, Ogis, Shofin Rutherford, Gudekesh Moti, Jambu, all of them were in Chennai, in the academy. They're getting ready and preparing themselves. So I'm quite happy with the preparation that we've been able to make available to the guys. And again, but you know, I believe when you prepare well, you give yourself the best chance of performing. So like the captain said, at the end of the day is how you play on the day and how you could execute some of the skills that is required to be successful there, and we will need all our skills, especially from what I've seen out there. I don't know how to describe it, but the thing is, what I can tell you is we will not let the pitch play on our minds. Wherever we go, the mantra remains the same. You still got to assess the conditions that you are faced with, and then once you've assessed it, you got to decide what skill set is required to be successful, and then you back yourself in the delivery. And that's where you add something to your game, ADD, and let you something.